Petrobus, who put this town of Rosedale on the map. And today the people of Rosedale are gathering to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the day that Petrobus, their horse, won the Melbourne Cup.
My father loved the fact that the horse came from this area.
How old are you, Sheila?
90
90.
on Saturday.
And what does Petrobus mean then to Rosedale?
Everything.
Petrobus has loomed large in the whole history of Gippsland. I mean, how many other country regions can boast a Melbourne Cup winner? And consequently, everybody grows up knowing and hearing the story of Petrobus. There's many.
Peter McGorran grew up in Gippsland and his family owns Nambrock, the property where Petrobus was raised by his owner, Mrs Edith Widders.
Petrobus was a workhorse in that he was also used for some of the stock around here when he was spelling, or if you like, on holidays. They looked after him. They built his own stall with a turnout paddock, so he was treated like royalty. But most of the time, he was tied up within a larger barn with other working horses, because in those days, every farm, particularly a sheep and cattle farm like this, had many working horses. He was one of the gang.
In the spring of 1915, Petrobus did what no other horse has done. He won the Caulfield Guineas, the Derby and the Melbourne Cup, making Mrs Widders the first woman to own a Cup winner.
She drove horses, but she didn't drive a motor car.
Mrs Widders' grandson, John Leslie, is in his 97th year and vividly remembers coming to Nambrock Mansion to hear her stories of having to watch the Cup from the ladies' grandstand and being stopped from receiving the trophy.
So she jumped up, had one of her daughters with her, and she jumped up to try and get down to receive the cup from the governor, but she said, you know, excuse me, I won't put it through. I've got to have the cup presented because nobody took me notice. And she finally got down there, and in the meantime, the governor presented the horse, the trophy, to her husband.
Today, the Silver Cup of 1915 sits beneath the statue along with the Gold Cup of 2015, as racing legends on the Cup Tour join locals to honour Petrobus.
It's surprising to see the people stopping and taking photos of this local horse. It's more or less put Rosedale on the map.
How old are you?
91.
100 years ago, Rosedale would have been very boisterous.
Apparently most of Gippsland bet money on it.
Well, the bookmaker Sol Green had to send cheques of £30,000 to Gippsland.
Yes, I've also read that. And that's a lot of money, isn't it, in those days?
So the whole of Gippsland had a stack on it.
Yes. And the Cup prize was £7,000. So £30,000 was a lot of money, wasn't it?
How should the district regard Petrobus and Mrs Widders?
Well, the Melbourne Cup has an emotional hold on every Australian. So the fact that there was a Melbourne Cup winner trained and housed on a property within sight just makes it that more realistic, or a stronger connection. So anything to do with the Melbourne Cup excites us, let alone the fact that our district, our region, produced one.
Oh, what a beautiful story. Well done to Neil Kearney there with